gonna play it ambient for a bit. Right now, it feels like Armageddon, but it's not. It's quite fine, but feels like my house is a tin can and the wind's trying to rip the tin can's roof off. I just heard a loud noise. I don't know if that was a transformer or not. I would expect the power to be out if it was a transformer, though. This is going to be an interesting circumstance because I'm going to be here and it's going to be pitch black. I suppose the camera will be on still, though. So maybe that works in my favor. I'm about to listen to some Don't Stop Believin' Spaces because December 23rd is tomorrow. Prophecy. I'm with it. Because we run off of faith and hope. It doesn't matter. It's absolutism. Even in the storm, I'm fine. We're stacking. This kind of waste. I'm just gonna cut this a little bit off and just kind of smoke it from here. Take the walk. Hold on. This is actually some average dispensary weed. It's not anything I've grown, so I've been sitting on it for months. But I just realized I haven't tried smoking it with, my refined rolling technique where I don't use grinders anymore. I just kind of break the stuff down by hand like how Tupac explained we should do it. And try to take the little bottom stems out, try to roll it like pebbles. And then I use my little foil backwood wrapper to be able to kind of press in so I get a nice, good, firm roll. And then I use this little glue gar because it's just very, efficient. I mean, do you see this? It's nice, right? And it's quick and easy to roll. It's solid. I think I'm gonna use this worst side for the inhale side. Because if I do it that way, I'm not wasting a bunch of weed on the mouthpiece side. I take the walk to Poland. How do I do that? I showed it in the little how-to video like this. Walk to Poland. Yeah, the Arctic blast is taking its work to me though, isn't it? So yeah. Why should you be holding on to Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is your opt-out. It's your way to not have to worry about or depend on the governments of the world. Because the thing is, the governments of the world are always going to be run by their own individuals within irrational self-interests. Well, they're rational to themselves, but they're irrational towards working with everybody in aggregate and whole. So we should take humans out of this equation. Just let it basically be run through logic. And the logic works by action of consensus, by us all opting into it. And that's how it works. I don't have to worry about monetary policy because the monetary policy has already been established by mathematics. That's, in my opinion, going to be far better than any sort of trust policy that I have to do where I have to trust an old copper nose, Or trust a good old Gary Gensler, right? Fuck those guys. They're all drawn by their own irrational self-interests. We can all work together by communally having a global currency. That's Bitcoin. And what's interesting about Bitcoin is Bitcoin actually dilates out. Like, it will dilate out to the need that's utilized by the world. If the world wants to use it as a settlement currency, fine, use it as a settlement currency. If the world wants to use it to where it's an abstract layer on Lightning to be able to pay for its coffees, it can also do that concurrently. And believe it or not, those events are not mutually exclusive. That means that they can actually work together to help each other out. They'll actually act as a snowballing effect. I think the beauty about Bitcoin is, I see this where we're at here now, but we're fantastically early. It may be that I'll be long dead and then it'll actually get picked up. And I'm accepting of that. That's just fine. As long as the internet, as long as power continues to exist, we're gonna have a means and a mechanism to be able to transmit packets, even if it's through radio, of the hashes that miners are basically going to be relaying to the nodes, that the nodes are going to accept and relay to each other so that we continue to persist the Bitcoin network. That's a beautiful thing. And so, this is why you should stack. And I'm not telling you to, take everything you own and just be suffering. I'm saying, rather than buying a cheeseburger this week, buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. Rather than buying, an eighth, buy 2 grams. Buy 2.5 grams and then spend the rest on Bitcoin. And the thing is, you're probably look at it that, it's gone. Like, you enjoyed it and it's gone. It was an experience to buy it. You still have it still exists. But if you actually look at it in a low time preference, to where you have no intent to spend this at least 5, 10, 15 years out, I guarantee you will always come out ahead. I guarantee it. Because the way it works is, every few years it's a completely different reality for what Bitcoin was. I mean, if you look at 10 years ago, like 10 years ago, 2013, the aim was adoption, wanting to get everybody in the masses, like, yeah, we should spread it everywhere. Everybody should learn about Bitcoin. And so you had this, let's tip people, let's give the money away so people can kind of be orange pilled through that means and mechanism, and that's fine. But now in this era, we don't even have that. Now it seems like 10 years later, there's a push for people to build things. Whatever. And I'm not saying, and I would say, don't build things on a Bitcoin because it seems cool to do. Do it because you have a problem and you see a solution using the Bitcoin or the Lightning Network to solve your business or whatever, scientific or problem. To solve your problems. That's it. That's all I got. That's the signal. Keep stacking. We love you.